Okay, everybody, it's good to talk to y'all again. Today we're going to talk about data. Let's go ahead and look at our objective, and it's 3.8a, and that's summarize a data set with multiple categories using frequency tables, dot plots, pictographs, or bar graphs within scaled intervals. Okay, and what we want to be able to do is I can interpret data using multiple types of graphs. So let's go ahead and look at this video about data.
Where should we go on our next class trip? The zoo, the firehouse, or the apple orchard? I'm taking a survey and making a tally chart. What are surveys and tally charts? A survey is a list of questions used to collect information or opinions. Let's see. There are 3 dinosaurs here. Let's take a survey to find out which one our classmates like best. We can use a tally chart to record data or information. Let's see. Moby likes the Stegosaurus the best. You can draw 1 tally mark to stand for 1 vote. 5 kids like the Triceratops. So I'll draw 5 tally marks in that row. 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th mark is drawn across the other 4. Well, when you group the tally marks by 5s, you can count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20. Sets of 5s are easier to count. 7 kids like the T-Rex. So after I draw 5 tally marks, I can add 2 more to make 7. Oh, right. I forgot to vote. My favorite dinosaur is the Triceratops. I'll add a tally mark to that row. It's really easy to add to tally charts. Now I can count the votes and use the tally chart to make a bar graph. What is a bar graph? A bar graph is a way to organize and show data. You can write the categories on the bottom. The 3 dinosaurs are the categories. Then you can write the numbers on the side. The numbers in our bar graph show how many people voted for each dinosaur. Let's see. 1 student liked the Stegosaurus the best, so I fill in 1 square. 6 people voted for the Triceratops, so I color in 6 squares. 7 people said the T-Rex was their favorite dinosaur. You can also put the categories on the left and the numbers on the bottom. You can display the same information in a different way so you can understand it better. How can you use bar graphs to understand information? Bar graphs help you answer questions. Which dinosaur did people in our class like the best? Right, the T-Rex is the most popular. Which dinosaur did people like the least? The Stegosaurus got 5 fewer votes than the Triceratops. You can even use the bar graph to figure out the total number of students who voted. Just add the votes from each category. 14 kids voted in all. I'm almost done with the survey on where to go for our next class trip. So far, the zoo is the most popular. It has 16 votes. But I don't have your vote yet, Moby. Where do you want to go? The moon? I don't think the bus will get us there.
Okay, we have the tally chart or the frequency table, a dot plot, a pictograph, and a bar graph. And what we're going to do is determine if the frequency table, dot plot, pictograph, and bar graph represent the same data and explain the reasoning. So we'll go ahead and start looking at the tally chart. That's generally where we start at collecting data. And you can use tallies. Tallies are cool because it's always easy to add to them. So it makes it really good for collecting data. And the frequency table is basically just all the what the tallies have been interpreted into digits or numbers. So let's go ahead. We basically need to interpret each one of these graphs. So we'll look at the dot plot first, and we'll go ahead and count. So for the chocolate, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So that would be 8. Represents 8 chocolates. I can see 3 strawberries there, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the vanilla. And that looks like that matches my frequency table over there. So let's go ahead and look at the pictograph. Pictograph, it shows that each ice cream represents 1 student. So let's go and start counting. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that represents 8. That one represents 3. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that represents 5. And so that looks like the pictograph matches the dot plot and the frequency table. Let's go ahead and look at the bar graph. Okay, on the bar graph, that's taken, that chocolate goes all the way to the 8. The strawberry goes halfway between the 4 and the 2, which that would be 3. And the vanilla is halfway between the 4 and the 6, which would be 5. So it looks like all 4 of the graphs match the frequency table. Okay, let's start to work on this guided practice problem. The graph shows the number of students who were absent from Hidalgo Elementary on Monday. Okay, and right there is the pictograph for the different grade levels and how many people are absent. The important thing to look at on this is the key. We need to go ahead and interpret the key, and the key says each smiley face represents 4 students. So, with that information, tell me how many students were absent from first grade. Okay, that sounds right. Let's check it out though. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then a 1/2 smiley face. So what math problem could I use to solve for how many students are absent in the first grade? Okay, let's go ahead and check that out. It looks like that since there's 7 smiley faces and each smiley face is means 4 students, I'd multiply 7 times 4, and then I would add 2 to that. So the answer would be 7 times 4 is 28, because 7 plus, I just double 7 twice, that's 7 and 7 is 14, and then 14 and 14 is 28, plus 2 more would be 30. So that means there were 30 first graders absent on Monday. Now let's go ahead and look at second grade. How many students were absent from second grade on Monday? Okay, well, let's check it out. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. So what math problem could I use to solve to see how many students were absent from second grade? Okay, that sounds right. Let's check it out. It would be, since there's 5 faces and each face is worth 4, that's 5 times 4, plus the half face would be 2. 5 times 4 is 20, plus 2 would be 22. So there were 22 students absent from the second grade on Monday. And the next one, third grade. How many students were absent on Monday in third grade? Okay, well, let's check that out. Sounds right. So I've got 1, 2, 3. So that would be 3 times 4 plus the half, which is 2. 3 times 4 is 12, because if I double 3, that's 6, and if I double 6, it's 12. Plus 2 more would be 14. So that means there were 14 third graders absent on Monday. So, the next thing we need to do is look at our answer choices and interpret what our answer choices say. So, what does answer choice F tell us? Yep, that sounds right. There were 16 people absent on that one because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 times 4 is 16. Okay, what does answer choice G tell us then? Okay, let's take a look at it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 7 times 6 is 42, plus 2 more would be 44. So this one is showing that 44 fourth graders are absent on Monday. The next one, answer choice H. What does answer choice H say? Okay, that sounds right. Let's check it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Plus 2 more would be 17, 18. That one is saying is 18 fourth graders were absent on Monday. And the last one, what does answer choice J say? Yep, that sounds right. I see 1, 2 and a half. 2 times 4 is 8. Plus 2 more would be 10. So that one's saying 10. 10 fourth graders were absent on Monday. Okay, so we go back to our question right here. And it says that for fourth grade, 12 less students were absent than in second grade. So what math problem could I do to solve which answer choice is correct? Yep, that sounds right. I'm going to take the amount of second graders that were absent on Monday, which is 22, and I will subtract 12 from that. And 2 from 2 is 0, and then 1 from 2 is 1. So that means 10 fourth graders were absent, and that's going to be answer choice J. So there was a quicker way of doing it too. I could go ahead and look at second grade here, and it says that 12 less were absent, so I can just take away 12 from the picture that's for the pictograph for the second grade. And since 3 times 4 is 12, I just go ahead and line through 3 of them, and that would leave 2.5 faces. So I look at the answer choice that has 2.5 faces, and that would be answer choice J. So answer choice J is our correct answer. Okay, it's time again to complete your independent practice. Please complete your work and Schoology assignment. You will find them below the link in this video. So just take your time and do your best. The link is a blue puzzle piece, and it'll have today's date on it. And if you have any questions, please email your teacher or contact them through Schoology. And best of luck to you. Talk to you later.